Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
The first thing I want to ask you is, as best you can in layman's terms, what is the job of the law director and what makes you the right person for the job?
The Knox County Law Director is the attorney for Knox County government. They represent the boards, county commission, school board, the sheriff's department, the various offices. They review the contracts, they prepare the deeds, and they manage their own staff, they manage their own budget. I've been in that office. I was in it for 7 years and defended the school system, the sheriff's department, did civil rights cases, took them up on appeal, and loved the work. Then ran for office as clerk and became a certified public administrator for 16 years. Of course, I've practiced law for 31 and a half years in Tennessee. I'm admitted to practice before the United States Supreme Court. I applied that knowledge from the county law department in managing the dockets of 9 judges, 7 magistrates for 20 years, 60 employees over 3 locations, and it was a tremendous honor.
Well, my next thought, the current law director and the current county mayor found themselves at odds, suing over pension benefits for Knox County deputies. It was a lawsuit that the county mayor wanted to put an end to, and it raised a big question ultimately about the authority. Who has it, the mayor or the county commission or the county law director? So my question to you is, would you ever go against the wishes of the county commission? What if you found that they were on the wrong side of the law or wrong side of an issue?
Well, the wrong side of the law is a different question. I think when illegality is involved, that puts a duty on the law director under the charter to do more and do something different as opposed to just representing those boards. But your client's wishes have to come first. The cost of that lawsuit, when the court required that it be dismissed and questioned the law director's standing to bring it, and the law director hired his treasurer, his campaign treasurer, to represent the county. The law department didn't do it directly, and they sued 14 deputies as they were rolling out and retiring. They paid $1 million in taxpayer funds when they were dismissed from the lawsuit after county commission said they didn't want the lawsuit pursued, the sheriff and the mayor. Under those circumstances, especially, the law director should follow their client's wishes.
Who are the clients of the county? For a county law director, who is the client?
Knox County government.
Knox County government. So you stand in alignment and in agreement with the county commission unless, like you said, there's a legality question?
Well, you represent Knox County Commission, you represent the mayor. When they have a conflict, because you're independently elected, you can pull back and mediate between the parties if you disclose those differences to the parties. The conflict, the legal conflict, explain what their positions are on either side and step back and with their permission, mediate the conflict.
Are you alluding to a communication error under the current county law director?
I think it's a positional error with regard to how he perceives his role under the charter. He has decided to investigate offices and use the office as an inspector general's office. And there are other offices that investigate the rest of the offices upon report, such as the Attorney General's office, TBI, the comptroller. Depending upon if you, as the office I had the honor of holding, we were audited internally, externally, annually as a matter of law. We did monthly tax returns to the state of Tennessee. So the comptroller investigates court clerks.
So you see your job under the charter to work with government, not investigate the government?
Correct, not against it.
What separates you from your opponent?
Well, I think you just hit the nail on the head. My philosophy with regard to how the law department operates is the difference. I think it is the general counsel for the party. I think you embed with those offices, you provide day-to-day legal advice, and you defend them zealously. You represent the deputies who are out fighting people on the streets when they're dealing with their jobs. You represent the school system, the teachers, the board, all of those, and that's a big enough job. You review the contracts to make sure that they're lawful, and you do it expediently.
My last question for you. Last night there was a vote to move the school board over to the east tower of TVA. There's some debate about the legality of that. So my question is, would it have advanced this far, the county voting and then the school board voting, if you disagreed with the legality of it under your administration, if you were elected?
Well, I think you give the opinion to the clients and say, here's my opinion, this is what I believe the legal ramifications are, and let those leaders that have been elected choose the risk. Let them determine whether or not to proceed. I think in this issue, they were looking at trying to understand what the long-term easement was and what the ramifications were for access to a federal building for parents who may not have the IDs necessary to get into that building. And all of those issues have legal ramifications, due process issues for those parents and children, and they're important and they need to be addressed. You disclose those issues and you let those stakeholders make that substantive decision because they've been elected to do that.
All right, Kathy Quist Shanks, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.